Alright, shalom. It's your bro Yakwa from the GMS Chicago branch coming at you another lesson through Supreme Power about Shema Shai. Before I start off, start by giving all praise, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Kakadash. I belong to the positive great millstone, will, and Sagittarius are your brethren doing this work in true sincerity with charity. Alright, this is going to be quick, a little bit be edifying, straight to the point. Alright, it's just another correction. Alright, you got this woman. Alright, who the elder Malcolm had put in the group chat. All right, told brothers to basically correct them, man. All right, because she's saying things, all right, with no understanding. All right, and one of the main things she was basically saying was that Esau was a Canaan, man. All right, which we know. All right, if you read the scriptures, all right, that Esau and Canaan is two completely separate people, man. All right, coming from two, different forefathers, man. All right, you got Canaan, which stemmed from him, and you got Esau, which stems from Shem. All right, and there is no such thing as mixed, man. All right, according, contrary to popular belief, man, there is no such thing as a mixed child, man. All right, and we're gonna prove that, all right, with scripture, right? Because the scripture says, "You are who your father is, man." All right, so Esau is Esau. He's a Hebrew Edomite, right? Stemming from Abraham and Isaac, man. All right, brother of Jacob, man. All right, he's not Canaan. He's not from the line of Ham, right? Ham, right? This is Numbers 1:18. This is straight to the point. And they assembled all the congregates together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers, according to the number of their names, from 20 years old and upwards by their polls. Right? So you are determined, all right? Your lineage is determined through your father, not your mother, man. All right, the seed comes from the man, not the woman, right? Like brothers always give the analogy. If I take an apple seed and plant it in China, it's still going to be apple seed. If I take an apple seed and plant it in Australia, it's still going to be apple seed. If I take an apple seed and plant it in, Russia, it's still going to be apple seed, right? Because you are the seed, man. Right? Likewise with the man, all right? Whatever lineage the man is, all right, that's who he is, man, right? So no, Esau is not Canaan, man, right? Esau, like I said, is a Hebrew Edomite, right? And just to bring it out, you add Google Esau lineage. Esau, the son of Isaac, and the son of Isaac and Rebekah, it says twin brother of Jacob, right? The progenitor of the Edomites. He married Canaanite Ishmaelite women, right? But like I just said, man, right? It's no such thing as being mixed, man, right? So his children didn't come out mixed, man, right? His children, came out from the line of Edom, right? Even though you could take on the features of your mother, but you are who your father is, man. Right? And that's just simple, So just a quick correction to, something, this woman named Abigail was harping on, and there's just some understanding on that, man, in case it was, anybody had any questions or didn't know that, you are who your father is according to the scriptures. So with that, I'm going to end off by giving all praise and glory due to Yahweh Shai. Shalom.